So the Rage of the Abyss set just announced some new support that can completely change the direction of Six Samurai. If you're a Yugi boomer such as myself, you remember Samurais in all of its phases, and you're pretty excited to see what is going to be the new cards that can help the Six Samurai strategy potentially get back into meta relevancy. And today, big dog, I'm going to be talking about those new and exciting cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. Okay, big dog, here we are talking about the new support. I am incredibly excited. But before we get into this video, I just have to say that I hope your day is going phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Hopefully, this support that's coming up right now can help cheer you up a little bit, because I'm telling you, Six Samurais, they're pretty friggin' cool. The article starts off by saying, open the gates to the sixth heaven with new Six Samurais. And I gotta say, legendary Six Samurai Shen as a retrain looks really, really cool. So I am the Demon King of the sixth heaven. And a note is, Nobunaga called himself the Derukuten Mile. Oh my God, it's hard, but I'm pretty sure I got that close. The Demon King of the sixth heaven. In Buddhism, the sixth heaven is the realm of desires, including polluting and troubling thoughts, known as klesha. Shen is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stand-in for Nobunaga. So I wonder if there was like a path that put Shen into becoming Nobunaga. If he was always dishonorable, we've seen cards like Gozen Match, Evenly Match, and stuff like that, where I'm pretty sure Shen is on the artwork and he's always taken a dark path. I'm not 100% sure about the story of Six Samurai, but Shen, I don't know, man. He doesn't seem pretty good. But let's get into the support, though, right? We have Anarchist Monk of the Six Samurai as our first card. I got to give it to it. The card looks dope. Love how it stayed in the exact same artwork as the original Six Samurai cards, and then added its own little twist to it. I got to give the artwork a really high praise. It's a level 3 Dark Warrior monster with 500 attack. It looks like it's a tuner. It is a tuner, and it has an effect. You can only special summon this card with the first effect once per turn. Then you can only use the second and third effect once per turn. It has the standard effect of normal Six Samurai monsters, that if you control a Six Samurai monster other than itself, you can special summon this card from your hand. I love it. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Six Samurai quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. That's actually crazy, because a big thing about Six Samurais in the past was a card called Asceticism of the Six Samurai, which allows you to special summon a Six Sam from your deck that has the same attack as a monster that you have on the field. This can search a couple of cards on its own, but being able to just get that quick play spell card to your hand to be able to use it on your other Six Samurai monsters is also just as huge. A Six Samurai monster synchro summon using this card as material gains this effect. The levels of all monsters your opponent controls are reduced by 1. That, I don't understand that one right there. I mean, I guess you could use it to disrupt your opponent from Exceed summoning, but Exceeds really aren't that big right now. I was expecting a bigger effect, but that's also fine. I'm not seeing the use for it, but there may be a card that can abuse that particular effect. Next, we have Instructor of the Six Samurai. Okay, guys, we're heating up here. Instructor of the Six Samurai is a level 2 warrior tuner, okay, with 200 attack. If I remember correctly, Kaigeki has 200 attack and did not have a monster that Asceticism could summon. So if you do summon Kaigeki and it gets negated, you can Asceticism your Kaigeki into this. And if I'm still remembering correctly, Kaigeki is a level 3. This is a level 2. You can still synchro summon into your legendary Six Samurai Shen. Perfect. This card says you can only special summon it with the first effect. You can only use the second and third. Okay. And the first effect is, of just like the other Six Samurai, you can special summon it from your hand by controlling a Six Samurai. Now, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one 6-strike card from your deck to your hand. I am not happy about that effect, because the 6-strike cards that we have are not good. But hopefully we get some more support. This card says a Six Samurai monster synchro summon using this effect gains this effect. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. That's a little bit more helpful than the other guy, to be honest. But I really like that these guys can just summon themselves to the field And when they're sent to the graveyard, they get you searches. Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty hard to stack both this effect, the Monk and the Instructor's effect on top of each other because they're both tuners. So yeah, he looks like a cool old guy. He's all right. I'm not really hating. The thing about Six Samurai is that it didn't necessarily need these type of cards. These cards are just added benefits. We still have Kizan that can summon itself an infinite amount of times. The Secret Six Samurai cards are still amazing too. So these cards are really just a cherry on top, and it's beneficial that they're tuners. So they didn't have to have amazing blow out the park effects. Their spell and trap cards and their new synchro monster will have to pick up the slack though. Next we have legendary Klesha Six Samurai Shen. This is the new Six Samurai monster. It is a level 6, and it looks like Shen has accepted that he is the noble Naga of the 6th realm. So really cool. 2,500 attack, level 6 this time, 1,900 defense, warrior, tuner? No. Synchro. That's synchro. And effect. So it requires 1 warrior tuner plus non-tuner 6 samurai monsters. The requirements are high, so the effect better be good. If this card is synchro summon, you can add 1 6 samurai monster or 1 Shen effect monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That is crazy. That is ridiculous. That is bonkers, chat. I love that it can search because it can search extenders just naturally. 6 Samurais are built on a deck of nothing but extenders, and being able to search tuner monsters that can summon itself, this card can make Crystal Wing. If you can synchro summon into this card, you can easily make Crystal Wing because all you have to do is search this guy, then you can summon this guy, and you can also synchro into Crystal Wing and add a 6 strike from your deck to your hand. Not bad, not bad. My first thoughts are not bad, but it's going to need a little bit more. Once per turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do destroy that monster, well, I guess you don't need to synchro in a Crystal Wing. It's already a Crystal Wing. Really good. Will your opponent activates a monster? Yeah, definitely. If this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one other monster you control instead. So the Shen monsters and some of the bigger 6 Samurais allowed you to be able to destroy other 6 Samurais you control. This card just says other monsters, which is really, really cool. I think that this card is a much necessary boost, especially if you can get this monster on the field alongside of the legendary 6 Samurai Shen. You can negate spells, traps, and monsters with 2 different cards. Really, really powerful. Especially in a format or in a time and era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where cards like Baron and Borreload Savage Dragon are banned. I love it. Next is Enishi, legendary Klesha 6 Samurai Enishi. All right. That's interesting. Now, this monster is a 1712 light synchro warrior. Looks cool. Okay. Follows the Enishi cards, but retains legendary 6 Samurai in its name. Cool. Or legendary Klesha. You can only use the first and third effect once per turn. If it's synchro summoned, you can banish any number of 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard, then target that many monsters your opponent controls, return them into the hand. So it's basically a Bryonic Dragon of Ice Barrier. I can't even think of a modern Yu-Gi-Oh card that can fit. It's a level 6. So now we have multiple level 6 synchro monsters to summon, and our attention shifts away from making 5s as much to making 6s, which is easy because now we have more level 2 synchros or tuners and level 4 monsters. Not bad. Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense during the battle phase. And if it's sent to the graveyard, special summon one of your banished 6 Samurais. Oh no. So this card is just on its way to be able to make a card. This is what you use to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, guys. You summon this, then you summon the other level 2 after you use its effect. You make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and then you summon a 6 Samurai monster that you banished. I love it. Absolutely love it. To be honest, I think that this card is more of a combo piece than this Shen monster. This card's kind of like a finisher. But this card's kind of crazy. I love it. The artwork, everything about it. It's pretty good. The spell card is going to be, it's a 6 Samurai. It's a 6 strike card. Okay. So 6 strike double assault. This card says, of course, you can only use the first and second effect once per turn. the effect artwork looks like, oh, this one's so hard. If I remember correctly, no, is this the red Six Samurai and the blue Six? Because it looks purple. The ones that tribute each other? It's really hard to tell. But this card says, special summon one Six Samurai monster with 2,000 or less attack from your hand or graveyard. Change one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or less attack to face down defense position. Okay. Apply one of these effects. If you control 2 or more Six Samurais, you can apply both in sequence. I like that. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Six Samurai monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. This card's not great, but it's not bad. It's a decent Yu-Gi-Oh card. I gotta give it props. Overall, I don't think that these cards necessarily solve all of Six Samurai's problems, but it's definitely a step in the correct direction. I think that the support is really nice, and I can't wait if there's more support to talk about it. And if that's something you guys want me to talk about, go ahead and post down below in the comment section. I can't wait to see what you have to say.